Japanese culture and traditional is complex and beautiful. This blog will highlight some of the things to know for traveling to or doing business in Japan. Japan, pronounced in Japanese as Nippon or Nihon, is a Pacific Ocean islands nation off the coast of mainland Asia. It is a comprised of approximately 6,900 islands. The most prominent and populous islands are Honshu, Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu, making up 97% of the country. Within within these within these islands, there are 47 prefectures with a total population of 107 million, 11 in the country. 47 ay, 40 73% of the country is country mountainous. However, a majority of people live on the coastline, making it one of the most densely populated countries in the world. Language. The national language is Japanese, which is the primary spoken language across the country. Old Japanese or Kanbun originated from Japan, and the earliest Japanese text, the Kojiki, was written in the early 8th century and was written primarily in accent Chinese characters. Modern Japanese developed during the Edo period between 1603 and 1863. And 1868. Modern Japanese consists of three alphabets: kanji, logographic Chinese characters; hiragana, a phonetic Japanese alphabet; katakana, a phonetic alphabet used for foreign words. The development and widespread use of katakana is illustrative of Japan's recent adoption of Western culture, ideas, and words. Japanese culture. Early Japanese culture was heavily influenced by China. During the Edo era, during, ay, during the Edo era, Japan exercised a strict isolationist policy, closing its doors to all relationship with the outside world. This cultivates a distinct Japanese culture. After the fall of the era in 1868, Japan reversed this practice, adopting cultural practices from all over the world and mixing them with what was established during the Edo era. Over the years, Western culture was influenced all aspects of Japanese culture during art, lifestyle, and foods. Religion. There are two main religions in Japan: Shinto and Buddhism. Shinto is a Japanese religion, while Buddhism was imported in the 6th century from China. A recent poll found that 39% of Japanese people identify as Buddhist, 3.9% as Shinto, and 2.3% as Christian. Celebrations. In Japan, the largest holidays is the New Year's celebration. During spring and summer, celebration for the gods of the land and sea, or Matsuri, take place. Each town holds its own Matsuri. and these celebrations are widely attention by all. Sports. Sports play a significant role in Japanese culture. Sumo, judo, and karate are traditional Japanese sports, and baseball, soccer, and rugby have been adopted from other cultures. Sumo is the national sport of Japan, and to this day is primarily practiced only in Japan. Modern sumo was formed during the Edo era and a little has changed since. Baseball is the most watched sport in the country. It was first introduced to the country in 1872 and has grown in the popularity even since. The most well-known Japanese dish is probably sushi, the dish that includes fresh fish, seaweeds, and lightly seasoned rice. Japanese also eat beef, poultry, and pork as a part of their daily diet. Family structure. The traditional family unit in Japan is called kazoku, comprising of a mother, father, and their children. The traditionally, the kazoku often live with their elderly parents. However, more recently, regeneration household numbers have fallen in favor of more modern arrangements. Cuisine. Across the nation, the Japanese are primarily fish eaters. Japan is the number one fish imported in the world, consuming around 12% of the world caught fish.